What's going on, guys? It's Dustin, aka Dusty LBZ. We're back with another video. This time we're doing something a little bit different. So a few days ago, I put out a post on YouTube and on my Instagram, and the goal of that was really just to get some questions from you guys. I want to do an Ask Me Anything. I think one of the things that I enjoy most about creating content is connecting with my community, and so I really wanted to take an opportunity and just kind of be personal with you guys, be real with you guys, you know? So this one's a little bit different. It's a little different from the content we've done. We've got some industry questions, we've got some truck questions, we've got some kind of more personal stuff. So it's a little bit different, but I think you guys are gonna like it. I'm really excited to make this one for you, and I hope that you guys enjoy it too. So before we get into it, if you haven't yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you follow along with all the content. And of course, if there's anything you guys wanna know, make sure you drop a comment down below, let me know. I would love to make a part 2 of this, kind of connect with you guys a little bit and go from there. So let's jump right into it. So this is one I've kicked around a little bit. I haven't exactly made my mind up yet. It really depends on where life goes. You know, a lot of me is still not done with the LBZ, and we'll talk a little bit about more about that a little bit later here with one of the other questions. But there's still so much I want to do with the LBZ yet. Like when we built it the first time, we thought it was done, and then we built it the second time and we thought it was done. And even now, after another essentially year and a half, there's some stuff in the works and just so much more I want to do with that truck yet. I don't think my journey's quite done with that one. So that's probably my goal with that. And then outside of that, the next step for me is really probably something a little bit different. I kind of want to get back into a car again. I'm probably going to keep the LBZ forever. It's just a good truck. It'll be paid off soon enough. And for what it is, I just really enjoy that truck. And it's always kind of been a childhood dream of mine. So I really love that truck. I'm probably going to keep that truck. But, you know, I could see myself getting into like a 996 turbo Porsche or an Illuma Duty, or even on the flip side of that, you know, I'd really like to buy like a OBS Ford for a daily or something and just do something different. So short answer to that question, yes, there will be something else coming. I don't know when, but we'll definitely be doing something, which I think is super cool. I love diesel midsize trucks. I think that they serve a very specific purpose. The Australians do a lot of really crazy things with these trucks. I've seen a lot of videos of guys that'll tune them and delete them and then go rock in the outback with them, you know, make 400 horsepower and 800 foot-pounds of torque and just run forever because it's diesel and it's significantly more efficient than gas is. So I think they serve a really good purpose. I also like the eco diesels and like the 1500s. I think those are also for the right guy, the right application. They're really good trucks. I don't know if I'd ever own one because the things I do in life just don't make sense to have one. But if I lived in town in a larger city, you know, if I was on the outskirts of San Diego or something, commuted a lot, needed a truck to pick up stuff from the Home Depot, but also didn't want to get 15 miles to the gallon, I would buy one of those in a heartbeat. I think they're awesome. I really do enjoy those trucks. That's a great one. So Aaron always asks the best questions. My next attainable dream build, I think, is actually not a pickup or a car at all. I think my next attainable dream build is a semi. I would love to buy like a 359 or a 379 or even a 389 if I could get the right deal on one, but Peterbilt, because I think that's the direction that life is going. Based on the amount of transport I've done, the amount of transport I would like to do, the things I would like to haul around, a semi just makes sense. And obviously there's a lifestyle adjustment that has to come with that, but I think that that's the next move for me. And I think in terms of dream build, right, you know, with the guys that would be around me, I'd pull guys like Banker and a couple of my other buddies that have done stuff like that. I got a buddy Travis that I've known forever that's worked on diesel trucks and has done some really cool stuff. You know, guys like Evan from Evan's Detailing for some polishing tips and things like that. And then, you know, like if I could throw like one lost leader out there, you know, and like pick a celebrity, right, or an influencer, I guess, to work with, it would be Greg A, bro. Like Greg A does the best stuff. I've been following Greg A for a long time. His trucks are great, his Peterbilt is great. When I grow up, I want to be like Greg A. And so, you know, I think like that would be my dream team build, and the goal would be to build a super rowdy tow rig, you know, something that looks as good rolling down the road as it does parked at a show, but I can still haul 5 cars behind it or something. That's kind of the dream build. So yeah, that's kind of the direction I'd like to go. It'll take some time, it'll take some dedication, but I think that's what we want. I think that's the next longer term, but still out of reach goal, yeah, I think that'd be fun. A Peterbilt would slap. Oh, this is a great question. How much money do I have wrapped up in my build? The short answer is a lot. The long answer is I don't really know that number. I was very blessed in my past career to be connected with some of the best companies that I could work with. And I've had some amazing partners. And outside of that, I've met some absolutely incredible friends. I mean, people that I met through the industry that I thought were just industry connections, and now I wish them Merry Christmas every year, and they check in and see how I'm doing and ask about my family and I about theirs. And so I don't know that I can give you a number. If I had to give you a number, it's probably in the high 5 digits / low 6 digits. If I really added it all up with price of truck and labor and everything else that we've done to it. Now I did some of the work myself, so you know, that kind of offsets some of it and things like that, but it's a lot. Let me know down below if you guys are interested. I'd be willing to do a full walk around and we could kind of go through that together, you know, retail pricing, what that would look like, but it's a lot. I don't know exactly, and I don't want to know, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure I could buy a small house someplace with what I have stuck into it, honestly. So it's been a dream to build. Again, the connections that I've made with that thing have been so incredible. It's been such an awesome opportunity, and I love it. I love everything about it. Sort of. So I kind of alluded to this earlier. Plans for the channel here in 2023. I have some really cool stuff coming. We're gonna tear the LBZ apart again. I've got a lot of really cool parts coming. Very excited for that. I got some really cool partners that I'm working with again. You guys saw me unbox the Alpha X headlights the other day, of course, so I got those. We're gonna change up the wheel and tire game again a little bit. We might be doing some other odds and ends goodies. So really cool stuff. Very excited for that, but that's kind of the short-term plan here in the next year or two. Once we get through that, as we roll into 2024, we can start talking about what that looks like, what those next steps are, what the next build is on the channel, and kind of things like that. So for now, we're just gonna kind of stay the course. We're gonna finish up the Dream Truck 3.0, we're gonna call it, because it really truly has been a dream to build, and we'll go from there. This is a really tough question, and hear me when I say that I feel you. Not a lot of folks know this, but I was a truck guy. I had a 92 K1500, and then I had a 6-liter Power Stroke. And then I became a car guy, and I had a Subaru Legacy, I had a Mazda Miata with a supercharger, and then I had just a basic Kia, which I loved that car, by the way. It was incredible. And then I bought my truck again. But I've always been both. And I think that you can do both effectively. I think that the automotive passion doesn't need to be limited to cars or trucks. I feel like there's always this constant battle where guys are like, oh, you have to be a car guy, or oh, you have to be a truck guy. I enjoy everything. I love cars, I love trucks, anything with an engine, tractors, freaking Peterbilts, all of that stuff. It's just, everything is my jam. I think that there's a common ground to find there. So what I would say is, don't let the internet tell you what you need to do. Don't fit inside the box, right? Like what you like, don't like what you don't like, and don't be a dick about it, but don't be afraid to tell people what you're into and what you're not into, because life is too short to have someone else tell you what your passions should be. Now this is where the video gets a little bit more personal. You know, I think when I look at my past and things that still haunt me, I think I grew up with a lot of self-doubt. I think that I spent a lot of time doubting my abilities, and that really didn't allow me to push forward as much as I wanted to, if that makes sense. So that demon, that inner self-doubt, that inner imposter syndrome, if you would, right? The I'm not as good as I think I really am type stuff will absolutely crush you in terms of getting through and doing really cool stuff. I think if I could go back and do it all over again, I think I would come in at like 21 and remind myself that I am smart and I am talented and I am a hell of a hard worker, and that I will always put my nose down and to the grindstone and make things happen. And I think that self-confidence, when you can finally harness that, is such a powerful tool. It's such a cool thing, but to get there, it really takes a lot. So that's my one demon I wish I could have slayed earlier, and I still struggle with it, and it's totally normal to struggle with that yet. Don't let the world tell you that you have to be happy-go-lucky all the time. I still think there's times that I don't know what I'm doing, And I still think there's times that I am not sure if I'm on the right path or that I'm doing good work. So if you can champion that and you can learn to walk yourself through that, the unlocked potential of that is so powerful. It's so powerful. That's another really good one too. So for those of you that don't know, I obviously live in Wisconsin, right? It is 5:30 at night and it is pitch black outside already in the wintertime. So that lack of sunlight, that seasonal depression is a real thing and it really gets a guy. You know, I think the thing that's helped me along the way is recognizing that and not running from that. For the record, I'm almost 30. It's taken me my entire life to get to this point, and I still don't think I have it mastered. But the moment you stop running from those things and you start realizing that they're real, whatever the trauma or you know, depression or anxiety, whatever it is that you have, it's fine. We're all human and we all struggle with our own stuff. But the sooner that you can address that and look that in the eye, the sooner you can start working through that. I know for me, my seasonal depression gets really bad in winter, especially when we don't get any sunlight. So I know that I need to do a couple things. I need to go out of my way to make time with my friends because that refills my social cup. It makes me feel good. I'm a very social person. I know that I need to get some sort of workout in, whether it's mental or physical. Sometimes it's just a matter of critically thinking through problems sometimes, or dedicating myself to a craft that I do, or streaming even, and hanging out with those people, you know, something to engage the brain or the body or both. It's trying to eat right. The point I'm trying to make here, guys, without making this too super personal, because, you know, I don't want to overshare and bore you guys, is that you have to look at those things that you're doing and you have to be okay with saying, hey man, that's not healthy. You shouldn't be doing that. And then the next step, the second half of that is saying, how can I course correct that so it doesn't happen? How do I get through that? Because ultimately, working through that is on you. And if you can harness that, if you can work through that stuff, I think that it's way more powerful. It's way more powerful. So there you have it, guys. There is my Ask Me Anything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different video, but I really, really do enjoy sharing some of this stuff with you. I think it's an awesome way to connect with my community. I really hope you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. If you do, drop a comment down below, let me know. If you don't, also drop a comment, let me know. I'd love to make more stuff like this again if you guys enjoy it. If not, totally cool. You're not gonna hurt my feelings either. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Genuinely appreciate everyone that's watched, liked, commented, shared, followed me on the socials, all of that stuff, hung out in the live streams. Whatever it is you guys do, thanks for being a part of the Dusty LBZ community. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So with that, we're gonna wrap this one up. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.